By week 8, most people feel one of two things. They're either really proud of what they've built, or they're honestly quietly wondering, shouldn't this be happening a little bit faster? But both reactions are actually normal, and that's exactly why we want to pause here. This week is about calibration. So I have a couple of graphs here. This is actual real world weight loss stats from actual people. So one thing I want to remind you, long-term fat loss does not move in a straight line. This is actually over several months, and large systematic reviews of behavioral weight loss interventions show that progress is typically gradual and non-linear over time. So that means that fluctuations are expected. Now, I want you to take a look at this other graph I have here. In fact, plateaus are expected. Slower weeks are expected, and you can even see in this graph how this person might have actually thought they were not making any progress after a month. So each of these lines represents about 2 weeks, and it can be discouraging if you actually are really focused in on the day-to-day weight changes, because physiology does not follow a perfect line. And we have real life that's happening during this time. This is not a perfect world. So those day-to-day scale changes actually reflect glycogen storage, hydration shifts, sodium intake, sleep and stress, and for some of you, menstrual cycle variations. So none of those equal fat gain. They are short-term biological variables that are layered on top of longer-term fat loss. So this week we're zooming out. We are looking at the trends over time. You can see a nice trend downward over time on this one. And we're recording the lowest weights of the week so that we can be consistent about those weekly weights. Now, research actually shows that individuals who monitor multiple indicators of progress, not just body weight, are more likely to sustain motivation and adherence long term. And long-term maintenance research consistently shows that ongoing adjustment, not perfection, predicts success. So that's what this momentum check is about. It's about gathering clean data so you can coach yourself well and using your playbook to see that data over time. So here's how I want you to approach this. First, we're going to look at trends, not individual movements. And if you've been weighing regularly, review those weekly averages. Review those monthly averages, not isolated days. A jagged line that trends downward is very normal in fat loss. You'll see spikes and dips, and a single spike means really nothing by itself. Number 2, assess your strength. Are your lifts holding steady or improving? Are your reps cleaner? Is your recovery better? Strength is a leading indicator of muscle retention and metabolic health, so strength matters. Third, we want to evaluate our habit consistency. Have you been hitting your core behaviors around 70 or 80% of the time? Have you been reasonably close within your protein targets? Have you been reasonably close to your calorie averages if you're tracking that still? Are your training sessions consistent? Your sleep routines, logging, or even just being aware of your hunger, that kind of thing. Remember, the consistency, not the intensity, is what actually drives our outcomes. Now, fourth, we want to reflect on those recovery markers. So energy, sleep, our hunger stability, our mood, our stress levels. If weight is dropping, but you are exhausted and irritable, that is data. If weight hasn't shifted much, but strength is up, clothes are fitting better, and hunger feels fairly stable, that's also data. Next, you actually can have the chance here to redo any progress photos or try out some clothing fit. So if you took those progress photos at the beginning, taking some now can be a helpful way to see small changes in body composition that you might not be able to see on the scale and that you might not be able to feel from day to day. So take a look at this regularly. Every 2 to 3 months can really show those changes in a way that you might not feel in your daily life. So progress is not just about fat loss. It's about our capacity, it's about skill building, it's about resilience. This is the difference between reactive dieting and strategic coaching. Now, you are not here to emotionally react to one metric. You're here to interpret those patterns. So as you complete the momentum check, ask yourself, What's working that I should double down on? What feels harder than it needs to be? Where am I lacking in consistency? And do I need a small adjustment or just continued patience? So keep in mind, long-term success is built on small changes, small course corrections, and ongoing adjustments predict that sustainability far more than rigid perfection. Adjustments beat perfection. So we are here to look at the progress, look at the data, reflect on it, adjust, and we're here to help you actually coach yourself rather than just criticizing where you feel like you failed.